Hey everybody, it's me, Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. I hope that everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I had a pretty good one, spent it with the family. Outside of the fact that my Detroit Lions suffered a loss for those keeping score to the Buffalo Bills by the score of 28-25. Again, much of you don't care about my Lions, but I always have to mention them. Please subscribe to Bigfoot Michigan Rob on YouTube. I do 2 live shows. Tuesdays at 9 in the East is Beyond BMR. Last Tuesday was a great show. Sibylla Irwin sketched Bigfoot encounters. She's a great artist. We did about 6 pictures that she, drew, and they're fabulous. And she told a story behind each one, which is fabulous. Go check it out. Also, Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob's on Thursdays at 1 in the East. Also, subscribe if you would, if not already, to Texas Front Porch. We're on just about every day during the week. This, you guys, is Encounter Stories, Episode 2, not taking place of subscriber encounters. I'll have a subscriber encounter for you guys next week. And please go check that out if you haven't already. Again, we're going to get on with it. This takes place in the Palmetto State Park. And here we go. Upon hiking the Palmetto State Park in the state of Texas, my husband and I decided to venture down the San Marcos River Trail. It was a beautiful and crisp February day, and the fresh air filled our lungs, as well as the fabulous fragrances that only Mother Nature can afford us. We were the only ones on the trail, and as we progressed, we decided to walk down the San Marcos riverbank. While we approached the riverbank, my husband and I noticed a set of footprints. Unusually large for feet, but we really did not give it a second thought as we were enjoying the beautiful scenery while listening to the sounds of the birds and the other wildlife that surrounded us. My husband was trailing in back of me as we decided to proceed up the sandy bank to get back up to the trail. Then angrily, my husband had shouted out to me that somebody had thrown a large rock at him, landing only a few feet in the back of him. I had blown it off as thinking that my husband was joking and trying to get a rise out of me. Once we reached the top of the hill, my husband had made mention that he was not joking, and a rock, perhaps the size of a baseball, came extremely close to him, and it almost hit him. As we proceeded down the trail, we heard strange noises in the background, like the breaking of tree branches. And they sounded, frankly, just odd, a bit odd. We both brushed it off due to the fact that it was wildlife, and we just decided to enjoy the day. Later, while still hiking the San Marcos River Trail, we heard a very strange howl or grunt, kind of hard to put a finger on it. There had been quite a few cows in the area, and thought that perhaps this had been the source of the strange sound. However, my husband, being in the slaughter business, knew every sound that a cow can make, and this was definitely not one of them. We came upon a fork in the trail that now picked up the Mesquite Flats Trail. My husband and I had decided to take this new pathway. After several minutes hiking this trail, that strange sound, howl, whatever it was, rang out again, out in the near distance. My husband and I tried not to panic. We stayed calm, and again attributed it to odd vocalizations in the wildlife, yet we couldn't put a finger on it. Several minutes down the trail, we crossed an adjacent trail and approached a bridge that we crossed over. Upon crossing the bridge, we heard the sound of a large snap, which kind of sounded like a firecracker going off. We then realized the sound was that of a rather large tree limb that had fallen to the ground. Now we hear running through the woods. The running did not sound like that of a human, nor the sound of an animal. It was really extremely hard to place what it was. The heavy footfall pounded the ground, and we knew this was close, as literally you could feel the vibration underneath our feet. Now we're getting a little bit scared and apprehensive. Then I saw it. Looking towards the tree line, an extremely tall and black figure was moving fast between the trees and the brush. This figure was much too stealthy to be a person. It was neither long nor lean. It was not close to the ground like perhaps a deer or a cougar. It was on two legs and had a girth much wider than that of a bear's. Then this creature, or whatever it was, disappeared from sight, kind of like it vanished before my eyes. My husband and I had decided to walk back across the bridge to where we heard the large tree fall, or the limb, I should say. Our effort was for naught, as we could not locate anything that could substantiate that crashing sound or that heavy footfall. Then, for one last time, I looked back towards the area where I had seen this creature. In the distance, I saw what appeared to be a huge black stump. I've got to tell you, this was not a stump. Directly in front of my eyes, this stump rose straight up on two legs, and almost as immediately as it rose, it quickly disappeared back into the forest. My husband and I then decided that this was time. It was time for us to leave while we still had a chance. This is an encounter that I will never forget. I don't know. Yeah, that was certainly a pretty cool story. Heavy footfall. They make mention of sounds of cows, but not really. Certainly cows don't stand on two legs. Bears on two legs aren't stealthy, moving amongst the brush. So yeah, they saw something. What did they see? Well, that's for us to decide, I guess, process this. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was Bigfoot Encounters number 2. Next week, I will have a subscriber encounter. I've got a couple nice ones for you. Again, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Please subscribe to Bigfoot to Michigan Rob on YouTube. Check it out. I've got a lot of cool videos, short ones. We do interviews with great researchers and experiencers. We also do a lot more than Bigfoot. We do UFOs, aliens. Starting to expand a little bit. Provide some variety. In the meantime, I am Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will talk to you on the flip side. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. It's 12:15. And I'll talk to you soon. I'm out.